Hey guys, today I'm going to make a video on how to set up the best day trading indicators on TD Ameritrade's ThinkOrSwim platform. I'm doing this because I want to be able to show some friends and I can just kind of knock it out in this one video. Because I'm having to track all this on Webull charts, and I figured I could just import all this into the chart on TD, which I've seen people do, but I just never did it, and I finally took the time to learn. It's super easy. So I figured I'd make a short video on it. The ones I'm going to go over today are the 5-day, 8-day, and 13-day EMA. It's usually the 5, 10, and 20 MA, which is the moving average. But I went with the 5, 8, and 13 because I heard that's a beneficial one because of the Fibonacci sequence. And I'm using the EMA instead of the MA because it's the exponential moving average, which means it uses more newer data instead of older data, which makes it more reactive. That was the definition that I had read for it, so I figured I would use that instead of the 5, 10, and 20 MA, which is the standard on Webull and what a lot of people use, but this is similar basically to that. And then the next one's AO, which is right here, Awesome Oscillator, MACD, which is moving average, convergence, divergence, and RSI, which is relative strength index. Those are the ones that I monitor on Webull. So like I'm just trying to not use Webull anymore, and figured I could not kind of put it all into here, you know. Some just takeaways that I research this. I watch it so much live data, but wanted to know the main differences between why MACD will show one thing and Awesome Oscillator will show another. And it's because Awesome Oscillator calculations are based on the median price, while the MACD is calculated using the closing price. So that'll make it show different. And then the AO uses the 34 period and 5 period simple moving average. And MACD uses the 26 period and 12 period exponential moving averages, along with the 9 period signal line. So I've talked about this before in a past video about I'm watching this MACD, pinch to the downside for, downside move, and the pinch needs to be up here. Or if it's downside right here, let's see. If I pull up another chart, you'll see a downside trend whenever, it starts basically trending right here on this pinch for a downside move. So I'm always watching MACD, and I'm watching AO as well. If AO is on the upside, you're looking for upside move. Once it starts going downside, you're looking for a downside move. Obviously, they're not always accurate, but they're pretty accurate. Today, Tesla ran right from opening. You can see AO's up. This pinch from the downside, it's coming up, and it just rode all the way. You could see, strength, RSI, relative strength index. If the, strength can't maintain forever, really high up, but it can stay up for a long time, and when it's up, the price keeps going up. And look, Tesla right here, it opened at around 700, 698, 700, all the way. Look, this first minute candlestick was 698 to 704 today, so but yeah, so relative strength index, as you can see, it stays up this whole time, so this could, potentially, if you're in this day trade, you could try to hold it longer. And when you start seeing strength fall, I guess that's when you could sell it, and exit the trade. Right here, it fell. You could still see that the strength was super high, even though it dipped below right here. It dipped below, it was still high, at this level, it's still high. I mean, it gets lower and lower throughout the day, so whenever you're by this top line, it's pretty maxed out. So if it's staying up here, even though it dipped, it's still, and look, it just keeps going. It went all the way from the 700 range to 7:26, 20 minutes in. So, from here, strength all the way up, rode this line pretty close. And I mean, still, it's just all the way. This is still all high relative strength index, high strength. And, it isn't until later that it starts falling. So, once it hit the high of 7:26, it started falling all the way to 7:14. And that's when strength started dropping. So, but anyways, that's why I use all those indicators, maybe to keep me in the trade a little longer or make me exit sooner. It's not a sure thing, but it definitely helps. If I'm buying calls, I would definitely want to see this AO on the upside. If it starts going downside, I don't know, just get sketchy. So use the indicators to your benefit, basically. But I'm going to make this video to show you how to make it look like this, because before it'll look like this, where all these studies, I'll just remove them all, and your chart just kind of looks like that. Well, these lines are from AJ's notes, but the first thing I do is you would hit the studies button, hit edit studies, and you can just go in. You can add them all at one at a time. So the first thing we'll do is add the EMAs. You can just type in EXPO for exponential, and you'll see one called MOV AVG exponential. You double click that, and that only adds one of the lines. So I'm putting the 5, 8, and 13, so I can add that 3 times. And so all of them will have the 9-day in there. That's what this line is. So you can click on them and change the color and the day. So right here it has the length, that's the day. So you can do, I'm doing the 5, 8, and 13. So the first one I do is the 5. I would make that blue just because that's what I've memorized already. For the middle one, that's an 8. I'll do orange. And then for the 13, I'll do purple. Alright. So once I have that added, if I hit apply, you'll see them pop up there. Make sure it looks good. Next one, you can just do AO. If you type in awesome, it'll show up awesome oscillator. You just double click on it, hit apply. It immediately pops up down there. Next one, just type in MACD, double click on it, hit apply, and you add it there. And then the last one's RSI. Very simple, just double click on it, it adds it to the bottom right there. You can move them up and down from here if you want. I like it just like that. You could save it as a set, so if I want to name it as day trade indicators, you would save, okay, and then that way if you you have your grid open with other ones and you had just closed out one, add another one, and it's not there and you don't have anything, you could populate whatever you want. Tesla on the 1 minute, and then since you saved it, you would be able to click on the studies icon that looks like a little beaker, hit load study set, and then whatever you named it, day trade indicators, and you'd be able to at least view all that in the flexible grid. But if you want the full thing with all the indicators, you can go to charts tab, and then instead of flexible grid, click charts, and then you can just click the menu button on top of the other menu button and just hit detach, and that'll make it into a small window that you can put wherever you want. I'm gonna make it fit this. So you can view everything. You can put multiple on one screen if you're watching Tesla and Nvidia and something else, but that's it. Nice short video, but those are the indicators that I've been using, and I feel like they help make me make a decision to enter and exit. And it's pretty short. I only use the moving averages, AO, MACD, and RSI. I learned that from Sean Wally, who's now a mod in AJ's room. Congrats to him. And these indicators will definitely help you make a better decision, whether you're going upside or downside. They work for both ways. So hopefully this helps. You should be using TD ThinkOrSwim just because of the good spreads, good fills. It's not a paid promotion. It's just the best platform, I feel like. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think, though. Thanks for watching.